Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? We're doing something a little different this time. We're doing Halloween candy tier list, but I'm going to be ranking one candy for each tier and giving a reason why they own that tier. Get it? All right, let's get into it. So starting off with F tier, we got nerds. Listen, if you like nerds, I don't care, bro. They're bad. Like, what are you even talking about? These little heaping little balls of sugar that taste like absolutely nothing. They're just sugar with different colors on them. Might be one of the worst candies of all time. Even growing up, I was that guy that if you offered me nerds, I said, no, get away from me, weirdo. So, I don't care. Nerds suck. They always did. Moving on. Okay, in D tier, we got Mike and Ike's. Listen, I loved these growing up. And I still like them a little now that I'm older. I still like them too a little bit. But, like, it's not a Halloween candy, bro, you know? Like, it's not, like, you don't see this in your basket and you're excited. Like, oh my goodness, I got Mike and Ike's. And if you are, you're weird, bro, because nobody does that. So, Mike and Ike's, D tier. And nerds set the bad standard for candy, such as Sweet Tarts, Smarties, like those cigarette candies, like all those garbage nonsense. Nerds, when you branch off of nerds, you get to those things. So that's why nerds owns F tier. Same thing that I said about nerds, Mike and Ike's, it just branches off into worse candies. Like dots are terrible. Like dots in C tier, lemon heads. Because you gotta understand, these things were, for me at least, were some of the first sour kind of candies that I had growing up. So it kind of set the standard, in my eyes at least, for more sour candies. The reason it's C tier is because sour candies aren't exactly my favorite, but I feel like lemon heads set the standard, such as like warheads. I'm not the biggest fan of anymore, but I was growing up. I liked getting those on Halloween. Like the toxic waste candies, which I don't know if they're the same thing, but I don't think they are. Other sour gummies, like again, not my favorite, but it was something growing up that I enjoyed getting on Halloween. M&M's in B tier. Why? Because M&M's growing up were one of my favorites. Whether it was regular M&M's, the caramel ones, pretzel ones were my absolute favorite and still are to this day. All the different kinds, all the different whatevers. There's really no branch off explanation on why I think it owns B tier. I just think M&M's are a B tier candy, especially for Halloween. Like you get them at like every other house where I grew up at least. Every other house, you got a little pack of M&M's. Every other house. They were the easiest thing to trade off to people. 100%. They were the easiest thing to trade to people. Like, oh, you got a Milky Way? I want the Milky Way. And you'd be talking to someone who doesn't really like Milky Ways that much. They'd be like, well, what do you got? I got a pack of M&M's, and you're pretty much good. You got it. One of the best candies for trading. One of the best candies for Halloween. In A tier, we got candy corn. Wait, calm down. I don't like candy corn. That's not why it's an A tier. This candy is one of the worst candies of all time. Whether it be for Halloween, which is what the tier list is about, obviously, but Halloween, or just in general. This is the candy that growing up, your grandma had in a bowl for like decoration, because nobody would eat it. By the time you were like, all right, let me eat one little piece, like one little candy corn, they were stale. Because you don't realize how many years they've been sitting there for before you decided to pick it up and eat it. Terrible. The reason it's an A tier is because this is a Halloween candy tier list. And this is a Halloween-themed candy. Not just that, because I know that that's a little bit of a weak reasoning. Everybody had that one weird friend growing up in the friend group who was like, what's your favorite Halloween candy? And then this, that, and then they would go, oh, mine's candy corn. So you could trade them candy corn for the world. You could get anything out of candy corn. For that reason, it is an A tier Halloween candy. Do you get what I'm saying? If you don't get what I'm saying, too bad. All right, the final Halloween candy. That is S tier. Hershey's. Branches off into every other chocolate, obviously. Hershey's. When you think of chocolate, I think of Hershey's. I don't know about you. Hershey's, number one. The best. the golden standard. When you look in your basket on Halloween, you're like, oh, I got a Hershey's. If that's you, you're probably the kid that got shoved in lockers in school. Because Hershey's is easily one of the best, if not the best, that's why it's an S tier, Halloween candies to get. And then anything off of that. So like Kit Kats, S tier, Crunch, S tier, Reese's, S tier, Snickers, not my favorite, but S tier. They all branch off of it. So easily, Hershey's owns S tier. Okay, and now the moment you guys have all been waiting for. What is super F tier candy? Skittles. Cry about it all you want. Skittles is disgusting. Skittles are actually a ball of nothing. Just a ball of sugar and random food coloring and random flavors. It's like, oh, this one's red flavor, this one's green flavor. Get the f out of here with Skittles, bro. I'm so damn tired of people with these dumb candies, bro. It is ridiculous. You got people out here, what's better, Skittles or M&M's? Bro, Skittles shouldn't even exist. If Skittles is your favorite Halloween candy, or you just prefer Skittles over anything, you deserve death by firing squad. I just want to make something very clear. I got abused by Skittles growing up, so that's why I don't like them. Alright, that's my tier list. Halloween candies that own every tier. This was a bit rushed because I gotta go somewhere. It's Halloween. I'm recording this on Halloween. What kind of buffoon? So, that's about it. Take care. And if you disagree, you're wrong.